Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi viewers, welcome to this video column, and today we are going to talk about historic Gurdwaras in Afghanistan. And we are talking about it because recently we witnessed an incident in which Nishan Sahib, a sacred symbol of Sikhs, it was forcibly removed from a Gurdwara in Afghanistan, and then Indian government strongly responded to it. And last, when the reports came in, it was told that the Nishan Sahib has been restored. However, a number of Gurdwaras in Afghanistan have been destroyed or have been damaged over a period of time, and they were all historic Gurdwaras. In fact, we're talking about it because it's a very important heritage, and we need to find ways and means to protect it as Taliban is making advances. Earlier, when Mujahideen had come to power in 1992 in Afghanistan, so even at that time, there was a lot of damage which had happened to Hindu temples and Sikh Gurdwaras. And then when Taliban came to power, then also the threat to the Gurdwaras and temples continued. As we know that Hindus and Sikhs had been a very minuscule minority in Afghanistan, but they have a history of almost about 1000 years living in Afghanistan. There are two important texts which I want to suggest. Anybody who wants to know more about historicity of Gurdwaras in Afghanistan or the important heritage of Afghani Hindus and Sikhs. And these two texts are, one is a text which was written in Punjabi. It's a first-hand account titled Afghanistan the Safar. In Punjabi, it was written in Punjabi, or it was written in Gurumukhi Lipi, you can say, script, by Professor Ganda Singh, a noted scholar who had visited Afghanistan in 1952 to study Ahmad Shah Abdali, to do research on Ahmad Shah Abdali. He had visited several Gurdwaras and he gave a first-person account that how historic these Gurdwaras were. And we have talked about many historic Gurdwaras in Pakistan, but unfortunately there has not been much discussion on historic Gurdwaras in Afghanistan, how they represent a very, very important part of heritage in this part of the world, and why they need to be protected. The second book is by an Afghanistani Sikh. His name is Indrajit Singh, and he wrote this book called Afghan Hindus and Sikhs: A History of 1000 Years. Professor Ganda Singh's book was published in 1954. It was published by Prakash and Company in Delhi. I am mentioning this name so that anybody who is interested in doing further research or interested in knowing further about it, so they can refer to the original text. However, because the book is in Punjabi, so there is a limitation that not many people can understand it. Now, Indrajit Singh, the book which he has written and which came out in 2019, interestingly, he has used Professor Ganda Singh's book extensively, and the excerpts he has taken from there can be very, very useful for the readers. Now, Indrajit Singh's book you can buy online, it's very easily available, and this book has a wealth of information. It also tells you that how the history of Afghani Hindus and Sikhs dates back to almost about more than 1000 years, and it is not that the Afghani Hindus and Sikhs when they settled there was a recent phenomenon. Now, coming to Professor Ganda Singh's book, as well as the historicity of Gurdwaras in Afghanistan. So when he visited, Professor Ganda Singh writes that when he visited Afghanistan, so in 1952, so he visited Kandahar, Kabul, Jalalabad, Ghazni, and he has specifically mentioned that there are 7 Gurdwaras in Kabul. So he's writing first-hand account of 1952. And he writes there are 7 Gurdwaras in Kabul, 5 in Kandahar, and 1 each in Ghazni, Jalalabad and Sultanpur. There are Gurdwaras in small towns and villages as well. The 5 Gurdwaras in Kandahar were known as Dharamsal, and amongst that Gurdwaras, one was known as Wadi Dharamsal. It was famous as the Dharamsal. Dharamsal is another word for Gurdwara. As the Dharamsal of Baba Shri Chand, the son of Guru Nanak and founder of Udasi sect, who visited Afghanistan. The word Wadi means bigger. There was an old handwritten copy of Guru Granth Sahib which was written in Samvat 1725 or 1668, you can say, according to the Gregorian calendar. during the time of the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, and this is what Professor Ganda Singh wrote in Punjabi, and this is what Indrajit Singh has translated in English. Then he went to Ghazni, and Professor Ganda Singh visited an old Gurdwara on 7th September 1952. The Gurdwara had 7 old handwritten copies of the Guru Granth Sahib and 1 Dasham Granth. These are sacred Granths of Sikhs. On 4 of the Guru Granth Sahibs, the dates which were written were 1754, 1757, 1764 and 1768. I have told you according to the Gregorian calendar, but actually the dates were written according to the Hindu calendar, and in Hindu calendar you generally calculate by Vikrami Samvat. So the dates were Samvat 1811, 1814, 1821 and 1825. And the I have told you the Gregorian calendar dates which match this Samvat dates are 1754, 1757, 1764 and 1768. The second Gurdwara in Ghazni was known as Gurdwara Kotla Sahib, and it was situated 2 kilometers away on a hill outside Ghazni city. In Jalalabad also there was a big Gurdwara known as Guru Nanak Darbar under the management of Khalsa Diwan in 1952 or in 1950s, what we are talking about. And then Indrajit Singh writes that unfortunately the oldest historical Gurdwara of Afghanistan, Gurdwara Guru Nanak, based in Jad Mewan, was demolished when the road was widened in 1950. And he further adds that after the Gurdwara Guru Nanak was demolished, Gurdwara Khalsa, also known as Dera Bhai Gurdas, which was situated in Shor Bazar in Kabul, was the oldest one. It was during the time of Guru Hargobind that Bhai Gurudas came here, and it was built at that time. So we are talking about somewhere between 1606 to 1644. Another Gurdwara in Shor Bazar in Kabul was known as Gurdwara Baba Shri Chand. It was established by Baba Almast. There were 2 handwritten copies of Guru Granth Sahib, and one of them was dated 1806. According to another this thing calendar, Indian calendar, and then if you go by Gregorian calendar, it was 1749. Quoting Professor Ganda Singh, Indrajit Singh has also written that according to Professor Ganda Singh, there were about, in 1952 when Ganda Singh visited there were about 6,000 to 7,000 Sikhs and Hindus. And all of them were deeply religious. They used to go to Gurdwaras regularly. They used to go to, the Hindus also used to go to temples and Gurdwaras both. And every morning there used to be Sangat, there used to be religious ceremonies which used to happen. And there was no animosity. They were allowed to observe their religious practices. So unlike what is happening now, the situation was altogether different in 1950s. Because by that time Islamic fundamentalism had not risen in Afghanistan. And finally he writes that the dates on the handwritten copies of the Guru Granth Sahib are yet another proof of the antiquity of Sikhs in Afghanistan, which I have mentioned in the video earlier. The dates of written on the Guru Granth Sahib. And most of these Gurdwaras, I have mentioned a very few, but there are detailed accounts that most of these Gurdwaras had handwritten copies of Guru Granth Sahib, and most of them had 16th, 17th century, 18th century dates which were written on them. And this is very interesting what Indrajit Singh writes, that the Professor Ganda Singh visited the house of one Kartar Singh who lived in the Hindu Gujar area of Kabul. And he possessed a copy of the Guru Granth Sahib which had the signature of Guru Gobind Singh. This is very significant. This is just a glimpse which I have tried to share with you about the historicity of Gurdwaras in Afghanistan. And I think with, as I mentioned earlier, Taliban making advances and gaining ground, there is a clear-cut threat to this historic lineage and the heritage, the rich heritage which we have in this part of the world. and this needs to be protected. This is a challenge which needs to be met, and at least we need to start, discussing about it. So I hope that you have liked the information which I have shared. If you have liked this video, please do press the like button and also share this video. We will soon be back with another video and with another new subject. Till then, thank you very much.